We urgently need to talk about what is happening behind the scenes at TripleS because things are honestly getting out of hand. K-pop is hard has become such a tired phrase that it barely registers anymore. We all know about the practices, the diets, the comeback grind, but what happens when a group's physical toll isn't just intense but built into the scale of the structure itself? This is a close look at 3 incidents inside 1 month at TripleS, the industry's first 24-member group, and what they reveal about a model that was sold as the solution to exactly this problem. TripleS performed at the MyK FESTA concert as a full 24-member group. As the performance ended, member Yuben suddenly collapsed unconscious. Witnesses described the terrifying transition. The exact second the music cut and the stage lights went out, she went down. Members immediately crowded her before a manager grabbed her and ran. The company's statement came within the hour. Hello, this is MODHAUS. During the ending of the 2026 MyK FESTA, MyK live stage today, TripleS member Yuben suddenly collapsed due to a temporary decline in her condition. Yuben was immediately moved to the medical room and received treatment from the medical staff and is currently taking rest. She was pulled from the day's remaining schedules. No cause was disclosed beyond that one phrase. Watch that phrasing closely because it is going to matter for the rest of this video. A temporary decline in her condition. Not heat exhaustion, not overwork, not malnutrition, nothing that points to a systemic cause the company would actually have to answer for. It is a sentence meticulously engineered to confirm that an event happened without ever confirming why. And that gap, the void between acknowledging a crisis and explaining its cause, is the exact same gap that shows up in every single statement we are about to walk through. It's worth pausing on how fast that statement came out too. Less than an hour from collapse to press release means MODHAUS already had a templated crisis response process ready to deploy. That's not necessarily sinister on its own. Every agency this size has a PR protocol, but it does tell you something. This wasn't treated internally as a once-in-a-career emergency requiring careful deliberation. It was treated as a known scenario with a known script. The speed of the response is itself evidence that collapses like this aren't new territory for this company. Fans noticed the deflection immediately. One widely shared response read, "You can't say our company places the highest priority on our artists' health when this is already the second time a member has collapsed." And that word second is exactly where this story gets way bigger than just one isolated stage scare. Because 3 weeks before Yuben went down, member Nien reportedly fainted from sheer exhaustion on June 5th. This happened at dawn in a hair and makeup salon right before a music bank pre-recording session and was seen being carried by staff before being rushed to the hospital. Think about what that actually means. The company had a clear warning sign 3 weeks early. The only reason Yuben's collapse became a massive public scandal is because it accidentally happened in front of thousands of people holding smartphones. Honestly, that should change how you watch every single shocking collapse story in K-pop from now on. The shock isn't that it happened, the shock is just that we happen to see it. For every moment that goes viral on stage, there are probably tons of moments happening in vans, waiting rooms, and empty studios that never get a single headline. And the fans are completely catching on to this nightmare timeline. One comment wrote, didn't this happen with Nien like a week ago? For people that don't know, TripleS has 24 members. They have so many members that they said that when they have an event to attend in the morning, they have to leave at 11 p.m. and not sleep because it takes them that long to get hair, makeup, and wardrobe done for 24 people. That probably doesn't help the situation. If we stack these two collapses together, the math just doesn't add up. TripleS was marketed on the exact promise that a 24-member rotational system would share the workload. The company literally sold fans the idea that no single member would be crushed by a comeback because they could rotate. But having 2 physical collapses inside one single comeback cycle proves the model is failing its very first real-world stress test. More members doesn't mean less work if the company still forces every single member to be visible during every comeback to justify the massive cost of a 24-person group. If full unit promotion is the default, you aren't dividing the workload, you're just multiplying the number of people running a dangerous gauntlet. And it gets even more alarming when you realize this pattern isn't just about fainting. Look at what happened to a third member, ChaeWon, in the months leading up to these collapses. During an Asia tour stop in Taipei back in late February, fans shot videos of ChaeWon performing the song Bubblegum Girl went viral for all the wrong reasons. Fans noticed she looked drastically, visibly thinner than before, with her spine and shoulder bones looking starkly prominent on camera. The internet absolutely spiraled. Comments flooded in saying she looked severely malnourished and needed a hiatus immediately. Worried fans even launched multiple independentchange.org petitions demanding MODHAUS give her a medical break, with one petition even raising concerns that she might be relying on medical IV support just keep performing. Eventually, ChaeWon had to personally go on the fan app to stop the rumors. She told fans that her recent medical checkup and in-body tests came back totally normal and asked everyone not to worry. And look, we can take her word for it. She knows her medical records best. But notice what a clean test result actually answers and what it completely ignores. A single test scan only tells you if there is a life-threatening emergency right that second. It doesn't show the long-term damage that a relentless scoring schedule is doing to a teenager's body over several months. A scan is just a snapshot. But fans were reacting to a scary, visible trend line. And honestly, it is so unfair that an 18-year-old girl was put in a position where she had to personally defend her own body to thousands of strangers online just because her company's silence left a massive vacuum. MODHAUS moved lightning fast to put out a statement for YuBin, but for ChaeWon, it took viral pressure and multiple public petitions before anything happened. So look at the full picture here. Nien's body gave out from exhaustion. 3 weeks later, YuBin collapsed on camera. And before a few months, ChaeWon's visible physical decline caused worldwide fan panic. 3 different girls, 3 different symptoms, but the exact same root cause. An intense schedule that forces 24 people to run at a breakneck pace. If you look at how MODHAUS handled all 3 of these situations, you will see the exact same corporate playbook every single time. Put out a quick statement, change the schedule for a few days, and repeat the boilerplate phrase that artist health is our top priority. After Yuben's collapse, the agency went a step further on June 30th by putting her on an official indefinite hiatus, promising that the company will place the medical staff's opinion and the artist's health as our top priority, and we will decide whether she will resume future activities based entirely on that. But notice what you will never find in these statements. No statement ever admits that there is a dangerous pattern here. No statement asks if the 24-member model is failing to protect the girls. Each crisis is treated like an isolated, random event, so the company never has to take systemic responsibility. And let's be real, treating each incident as isolated is a corporate containment strategy. Admitting that the entire structure is failing would cost the company a ton of money, hurt their marketing, and scare off investors. Silence isn't just easier for them, it's cheaper. But the real cost of that silence is that it leaves the fans to do the math themselves. Right now, everyday people on fan forums and comment sections are doing the pattern recognition that the agency refuses to do. Another wrote, and people will go, I don't know what MODHAUS could have done. Well, not focus heavily on OT24 and not releasing 3 comebacks in a 4-month span. They likely haven't stopped working since April, since the members said there was a lot planned this year. Yes, most of the members have gotten a break in groups for 4 to 5 days, but they need more than that, especially YuBin, Nien, and Sullen, who already had to sit out at one point or another. The pattern isn't hidden, it's just being assembled by the fans because nobody at the top is willing to ask the hard questions. Technically, if you only read the company's press releases, every story has a happy resolution. YuBin is resting, Nien went back to work, and ChaeWon says her health stats are fine. Everything looks clean in isolation, but isolation is the entire problem. We are looking at 2 major collapses and a severe physical decline scare inside a matter of months from a group that promised scale would make Kpop safer. The model promised protection, but instead, it just spread the crushing exhaustion across more bodies. At the end of the day, bigger was never automatically safer. A 24-member group sounds amazing on paper, like the most sustainable idea in the industry, but scale without actual schedule reform is just the same old overwork, wrapped in better PR. Whether MODHAUS chooses to see this month as a warning sign to fix their system, or just leaves us waiting for the next isolated statement to happen, is the one question they've left wide open. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below.